Hi everyone, this is another review of Autsy Box subscription wax melts. They provide a subscription service for wax melts. You can find their website at autsybox.com. That's A-U-T as in Tom, S as in Sam, Y-B-O-X.com. Autsy Box purchases wax melts from various small companies to include in their monthly subscription box. Each month they send out 12 wax melts which feature at least 3 brands with 4 wax cubes of different scents from each company. It's a great way to discover new wax melt brands that you may not yet be familiar with. And as always, April, the owner, is wonderful to work with. You can read all about Autsy Box, more details on my website at waxmeltreviews.com, or just follow the link underneath this review. So I will go through each of the wax melts that they just sent about 2 or 3 weeks ago. These are mostly fall type scents. And the way it works is they have all of the this month's wax melts from the current subscription box, and then they have a little chart that shows which each the brand and the scent for each wax melt. So you kind of look at the front, you see from the top 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got Caramel Apple Crisp. That's this one by Scentchip. The brand is Scentchip. And then Country Spice is number 2. Harvest is number 3. Sugar Cookies number 4. And then you go to the next row, which is Timber Oak Candles. You probably can't see that. The first one is Mulberry Wine, then we've got Cozy Cabin, and so on. So I'll go through each one. They also include a mystery melt, which I actually did review because I figured out what scent it was, so I will include that in the review. They also include usually a sample or two, just a sample from another company. This time, the sample that they included was actually scented soap. I don't review soap, but they smell really good. So you'll get like a wax melt sample, but this time it was soaps. So I will start with the first scent, and I try to do them in alphabetical order, so they're not necessarily going to conform to the way this box is set up. So I will start with Farm Fresh Candles Down Yonder. Now this is one that I did get, I think a couple of months ago. I did get this one before. So Farm Fresh Candles, this is the 3rd row, and Down Yonder is the 2nd one. So it's this one, this scent. Right? I'm not going to take them out of the box because you can see them right through the box. So the notes and if you've never seen my reviews before, I don't look at the scent notes until after I've done the review because I don't want to be swayed by what I think it should smell like. So the notes for Farm Fresh Candles Down Yonder is light traces of apple and delicate saffron threads, luscious black currants and blackberries are at the core, patchouli and cedarwood essential oils enhance the intensity. This is what I wrote for my original review a couple of months ago. I can't figure out this scent, and I don't know if I like it or not. I have no clue what the notes are or how to describe it. The main note is something almost foody, I think, like a spice, but not cinnamon, not pumpkin type spices, maybe cardamom, maybe patchouli or some other exotic or incensey type note. I think there's also fruit in there, but I don't know which one, maybe apple or currant. It has a weird harshness, almost metallic, but not quite, and this will sound terrible, but the harshness reminds me of perspiration, but not in a bad way. And I know that sounds horrible. And just reading it back, I probably shouldn't even include it in the review, but that's the only way I can describe it. But it's not in a bit. You just have to smell it to totally understand. Looking at the notes, I'm surprised I was right about a lot of them. I don't know what saffron smells like, but that must be the weird harsh note. First I was like 50-50 on whether I liked the scent or not, but it started growing on me, and then after a while I'm like, yeah, you know what, I do like it, and it lasted all day. Probably would have gone longer if I had not turned off the warmer for the night. And so I do like this scent, the Farm Fresh Candles Down Yonder. The throw is bold, 5 out of 5, took over the entire house. So that one is a winner. Next is Farm Fresh Candles Fall Y'all. And Fall Y'all is number 9. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's the first one. It's this one here. You know what? I'm just going to remove this whole box because we don't need that right now. And just kind of move this down a little bit and see if that helps. There we go. That's better. Okay, so Fall Y'all. Notes are: toasty scents of cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove give way to middle accords of silky buttercream and pumpkin. I smell mostly sweet almond in this scent that makes it smell like marzipan. I also get a bit of cinnamon and vanilla buttercream. Looking at the notes, there's no almond, but that is definitely what I'm smelling. And I'm not getting nutmeg, clove, or any pumpkin-y notes. It's a delicious scent. The throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Would do well in a medium to a large room. Next we have Farm Fresh Candles Hayride, which is this last one here. Notes are an earthy fragrance mixed with a base of dark musk and woody undertones, making it a smooth masculine scent. This is a wonderful scent of sandalwood with perhaps a smidgen of oud and possibly a barely detectable smidgen of smoky pine. It doesn't actually smell like hay, but it's a great scent. Looking at the notes, this scent is just a teensy bit sweet, and I don't detect musk or any masculine type notes. I really like this scent. Throw is medium, like a 3 out of 5 would do well in a small to medium-sized room. Next is Farm Fresh Candles Library, which is number 11, which is this one. Notes are, well, I guess they're not really notes, more of a description. Put on your smoking jacket and reading glasses, grab a leather-bound novel from the mahogany shelves, and flip through the dusty pages. This is an interesting scent that kind of smells like old perfume, but not in a bad way, and it's not overly sweet or perfumey at all. Close up, it smells like musk with mint and wood, with maybe a smidgen of leather, although I'm not sure about the leather. I do get the nasal clearing effect from the mint. It is an interesting scent. I do kind of like it. The throw is mild, like a 2.5 out of 5. Would do well in a very small to a small room. Next we have Scentchip's Caramel Apple Crisp. And that's this first one. Oh, okay, so these are little chips. So I don't know if each of the chips is a different scent. Like, is the red a different scent from the white, and is that different from... I don't really know. I try to smell each one separately, but, since they're all together, I'm sure some of the notes, like the scent, bled into the other one. I kind of think they're all the same scent, but I'm not 100% sure. So, Caramel Apple Crisp. Notes are, this warm, sweet, dessert-inspired recipe creates the perfect treat. Enjoy this dreamy favorite all season long. Well, that's not actually really notes. It's more of a description. This is a sweet, warm scent of molasses, caramel, and a bit of apple. It's very nice. That's all I can really say about it. The throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Would do well in a medium to a large room. Next is Scentchip's Country Spice, which is the second one. It's this one. And the notes are, this blend of clean cloves and spicy cinnamon is calmed with a creamy dose of vanilla for a spice cake-like aromatic treat. This is a nice sweet scent of cloves and a bit of cinnamon with creamy vanilla and a smidgen of apple. Looking at the notes, there's no apple. The throw on this one is mild, like a 2.5 out of 5, would do well in a very small to a small room. Next is Scentchip's Harvest, which is number 3, this one. And the notes are, let me just put this down. The notes are, the rich and fragrant aroma of hot apple cider, along with cloves, cinnamon, and pumpkin, is a delightfully potent blend of fall spices. This smells like a combination of gingerbread, nutmeg, and apple cider with slightly sour mulling spices. It's like 60% gingerbread, 25% apple cider, and 15% nutmeg. So not as apple cidery as the notes would suggest, but I really like it, and the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. And the last one is Scentchip's Sugar Cookie. And the notes are A blissful team of vanilla icing and pie crust essences makes this fragrance blend a perfect match for warm and crispy sugar cookies with a kiss of homemade icing. This is a pleasant bakery vanilla scent, not quite as authentic as a cookie, but it's quite nice. Looking at the notes, I do get a hint of the pie crust, and the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next, we have Timber Oak Candles Cozy Cabin. And that is Timber Oak Candles Cozy Cabin. That's number 6. So that is this one. Now, these are double the size. So if you're used to using only 1 cube in your warmer, like this size, you could just cut one of these in half. And then you'll basically have 2 cubes. So this is actually, and if you're used to using 2 cubes, then of course you just use one of this. But I always use 1 cube. So the notes for Cozy Cabin are the perfect unisex scent of a cabin wrapped in flannel with a delicate veil of musk. This is a fantastic scent of laundry, wood, and fall apple, and maybe a smidgen of amber to give it a bit of warmth. It's sweet, but not overly sweet, and it's not perfumey. I love this scent, and the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next is Timber Oak Candles Harvest Brew, which is this one. You really can't tell. I mean, they just don't have any dye in them, so you really can't tell by looking at them. The notes for Harvest Brew are warm aroma of harvest time with robust sense of aged apple cider simmered with the perfect spices. This is a yummy gingerbread scent that's not overly sweet. It has a little bit of a bready or even a fruitcake note. It's very gingerbready with some nutmeg and a hint of cinnamon as well. Unlike most gingerbread scents, it's sweet but not all that sweet, almost to the point of being slightly sour, kind of like sour apple mulling spices, but not in a bad way. It's a very authentic scent, and I like it. And the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next is Timber Oak Candles Hello Autumn, which is this last one. Notes are, nothing says hello autumn like the magical essence of an autumn walk on crisp leaves. This is apple cider with mulling spices mixed with brown leaves. It's a typical fall apple brown leaves type scent, although not as sour or rich or full-bodied as some of the others I've smelled. It might also have a bit of nutmeg and a hint of vanilla. It's a nice standard fall scent, and the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next is Timber Oak Candles Mulberry Wine, which is this first one. Notes are a burst of tart, sun-ripened and fermented mulberries, making an amazing home scent. This is a fantastic, harsh black cherry scent with a bit of vanilla. It's much sweeter than most black cherry scents, I guess because it's actually mulberry and not black cherry. Thankfully, I'm not getting any wine notes, which often have a sour fermented note. The throw in this one is strong, 3.5 out of 5. So that's it for the scents, the 12 scents that are in the box. I also got a mystery melt, which of course I don't have anymore because I melted it. And it says it's from Star Valley Candles. Now, if you look on the chart that they sent along with it, it says, what scent is our mystery melt? Is it Day Spa, Strawberry, or Black Cherry? Well, as soon as I opened it up, I knew it was Day Spa. It was pretty, there was just no way it was not Day Spa, because it was definitely not Strawberry or Black Cherry. So I'm gonna review this one. Star Valley Candles Day Spa. Notes are, and I found the notes from their website, lemongrass and black currant with hints of patchouli and sugarcane. This is a fantastic scent of lemongrass, but it has other notes. It's not bland and soapy or with that slight citronella note that lemongrass scents tend to have, and it has a bit of a creaminess to it that almost gives it a foodie quality. I also smell lemon verbena and a tiny bit of fruit, not sure what kind, and it's a bit sweeter and more full-bodied than a regular lemongrass scent. Looking at the notes, the other fruit is black currant, but there's no orange, and I thought I did smell a little bit of orange. I guess not. I don't detect patchouli, even though it's in there. Maybe that's where the richness is coming from. The Star Valley Candles website is starvalleycandles.com, but their website is gone, so I'm not sure if they're still in business, or maybe they're selling through Facebook. I'm not really sure. The throw on this one is very strong. 4 out of 5. Would do well in a large room and maybe outside the room. So there you have it. Those are this month's Autsy box subscription wax melts. And they have a lot of different options. So feel free to visit their website at autsybox.com, AUTSYBOX.com. And if you want to read a text version of this review, just go to waxmeltreviews.com. Have a great day.